welcome back to the Startup CEO Lifestyle TV. If this is your first time here, do not let it be your last. Make sure you come back and see me, okay? Because on this channel, we talk about lifestyle, business, real estate, travel, food, and everything in between. So my name is Nichelle, and as I mentioned, I am the Startup CEO, and I love sharing tips, strategies, and things that I do in my daily life to up level to that next level, because I believe that we can all bring each other up. We can all share information to be our best self. And in 2021, it is my goal to help 100 people in this quarter to become free from things such as lack of home ownership. So I'm going to be updating you about some new things that are going on in the real estate industry, being that real estate is one of my primary breadwinners. And I'm also going to be talking to you about some things that I am utilizing in my life, like stocks to help increase my net worth. I'm also going to be sharing some things to help you improve your credit. So those are the things that are going to be happening on the business side of this channel. And things that are going to be happening on the lifestyle is that I'm just going to be sharing some different caveats, whether it's cooking, whether it's family vlogs, whether it's opinions about things that I have, because we're all entitled to our own opinion. And I'm going to be sharing those things with you throughout the first quarter of this year and throughout the remaining of the year. But it's just going to be kind of sectored off as we go. So today I wanted to break down some things that I am utilizing through several apps that I utilize. I have been an investor in stocks for quite some time, but within the last 5 years, I will probably say I've become more active. And don't ask me why. I don't even know why. It's just that I'm looking at things from a different perspective. That number one, I'm getting older. Number two, I don't want to work for the rest of my life, even though that I am quote unquote self-employed and have my own businesses. I want my businesses to work for me, and I also want my money to work for me. So, and it's amazing how life switches and changes over the years, that you have one perspective of you're out there buying all these different things to satisfy the appeasement, or perhaps maybe to show off. Sometimes it just depends on what it is, because I've been in every stage in my life. And here at almost 52, I have a totally different perception of how I want to retire, because even though I love doing real estate, even though I love business consulting and home health and all that other kind of stuff I do, all of that requires you, okay? And I, again, want my businesses to work for me and my money to work for me. So in order for that to happen, then I have to start up leveling on some different things. So today I'm going to share with you some different things as far as the investment end of my life that I've been working on. And I invest aggressively, because at my age you have to, because if not, I'll fall in on the shorter end. But if you are younger, then you have to do what's best for you. So first off, let me just give a disclaimer. I am not an advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed in any area. So this information is for entertainment purposes only. And I advise anybody, before you invest in anything, whether it's real estate, whether it's yourself, because we can do some things. And those are three things that I'm going to work on in this quarter. Three things that I'm going to work on as far as me is invest in me, invest in me, invest in me. Because I figure when I invest in me, I'm investing in those that are around me as well. And that includes knowledge. Knowledge is an investment. I'm going to invest in taking better care of myself, my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit, and my finances. And I'm going to invest in my community. So by doing that, the more you have, the more you're able to help others. That's always been my mindset. My daddy gave that to me a long time ago, because he has been a steward of giving. And I'm so thankful to be a child of a parent that believes in the practice of giving. So 5 things that I'm looking out for on the stock market. And as I mentioned, I'm not a licensed investor nor a financial counselor. This is for entertainment purposes only. There are 5 stocks that I have found this week that I literally can see an up level, because I invested small in them. And I don't necessarily go for the cheapest one, because I have Tesla, Apple, and all the bigger stocks, Microsoft, Disney, all that. I also like dividend stocks, which I'm getting more into. But I'm like, dang, doing this dividend, you can be putting a whole bunch of stuff into it, and you still not where you can retire unless you're a millionaire and putting $1 million in those stocks. But I still like the fact that like AT&T is a really great dividend stock that I have found that I have included in my portfolio. But five stocks that I've seen that have increased over the time that I've had them, and they were penny stocks. So again, do your research, do your due diligence on the companies before you even put your time and your money into them, because what works for one will not work for the other. But the number one I found is Verb, which is a software company similar to Salesforce. Now I remember when Salesforce first came out, because the company that I worked for was kind of trying it out. And I look at their stock when it first came out and where it is now, and it has significantly surged. So we all know that tech companies have done well in the stock market for years now. And so Verb is a software company, and it's on the SaaS platform, SaaS platform. And it started, very low. And when I put my little sense in it, I've seen an increase in it. So that's one that's going to be on my watch list. And as I see it grow, then I'm going to grow with it. Another one that I love is pharmaceutical stocks. I love pharmaceutical stocks because that has been my industry, my professional career, launched from education into the pharmaceutical industry. So I work with some of the major pharmaceutical companies out here, and I still retain stock in those to this day. But Sesson, which is SESN. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's a pharmaceutical company, but I've seen their penny stock surge over the last couple of months, and they have a new product coming out for bladder cancer that's expecting approval sometime here in the near future. So again, do your due diligence, look on the back end and all of that to see if it's a good investment for you, because what works for me may not work for you. I'm just sharing, pardon me, I'm just sharing with you what I am keeping my eyes on in this next quarter of 2021. Another one that I have found to be passively growing up is MVIS, and that's Microvision. To me, it's going to be a buy and hold stock. It's laser technology, and I'm still researching this company because it has had good reviews and some bad reviews, especially with the portfolio that it is entailed in within the business. So that's one that I got my ear open, my eyes open, and doing a little small touch here and there, and just see how it progressively goes from here. But MVIS, which is Microvision. Another one that I'm really, really excited about is IDEX, because I've seen growth in that, and it's Ideanomics, which is a tech company, and they do rescue tools, like the jaws of life. That's one of the things that they do service for, and then clamps for airbags when we get on airplanes and stuff. So they have the clamps that release the airbags. So this company has had a lot of transition over the period of time that I've been following it, and so I'm going to keep that on my radar as well. And it's going to be something that I'm going to monitor. And again, as it grows, I'm going to grow with it as well, especially when I see a surge. And I'm one of those kind of people, as soon as I get up in the morning after praying to God, reading my Bible, and just focusing in and concentrating on my woosah and all of that, I go hit the stock market and look and see what is up and what is down. And so the next one that I'm really paying attention to, got my vocals on, my lenses in, is ATOS. Now, again, this is tech, it's cloud, cyber security, and it seems to be on the progressive end as well. And it seems like it's going to uptake and do some good things. But again, the big investors will probably tell you not to mess with penny stocks, and then some will tell you to mess with penny stocks. I follow several people on YouTube they give really, really good stock advice, and whatever people give me, I always go research, because again, what works for one person may not work for you, and nobody's word is bond except God. So I always do my due diligence in anything that anybody tells me in researching. But I find stocks to be a good combination for wealth building, especially in our community, because I remember when I first graduated from college, my father, he gave me a portfolio of mutual funds, and it enabled me to buy my first home when I was 21 years old. So I grew up not really having an understanding of stocks and fluid investing, but my dad, as he knew and grew, he started to teach me. So I owe everything who I am outside to God, to my mommy and my daddy, because they did put me on a level where I would have some knowledge. Now, I've told you plenty of times in every video that I remember when I was in college, I had over 100 credit cards and screwed myself up, okay? And so I've made mistakes in life, and and a good thing about making mistakes is because if you're not making mistakes, you're not doing anything. If you're not failing, you're not succeeding, and you're not doing anything. And so I try to stay consistent in what I'm doing and growing on every level by consistently learning and doing something different that I did not do before, or if I failed at it, learning from it and learning how to progressively move forward so I can do better. And so my ultimate goal in life is to teach my children and teach others that are younger than me what I failed at, so that you won't go make those same costly mistakes. Because to be real with you, failure is very costly, especially when you're doing things that other people have done and you keep failing at it. And so my goal is to not be, to start sharing information, and you can either take it, use it, or lose it. It's just one of those kind of things. But that's one thing. I've even helped my sons start to invest as well. My oldest, he's a little bit more disciplined with those factors of investing. The youngest one, he's still into all this name brand stuff and got to spend his money on clothes and things to look good. And I used to be like that too. When I was younger, I had to have the name brand and things of that nature. But then you get older, you grow, you learn, you understand that, number one, those things lose value unless you're spending a lot of money money into it, and it has value. But I've never been into all that name brand stuff. But I like to have it. I've always been a budget shopper, thrifty shopper, and gone into the thrift stores and got what other people were paying thousands of dollars for. I was getting it much cheaper than that. So that's just been me. But anyway, so that is my purpose for this video, just to share with you some insight of what I plan to do on this channel, and then some things that I'm working on within the channel to help secure the bag for you, and for those that are interested in learning how to be a better self. So at 50, in the 50s, when you start getting your 50s again, you start reevaluating life. And I started this in my 30s about reevaluating life, where I wanted to be when I was 50. I can't say I am where I want to be in my 50s. I'll be 52 this year, but I can say that I'm much further along than I thought I would be. Okay, simple as that. Still going through some life struggles and challenges, but that's life. As you grow to be better at you and what you do, again, you learn, you grow, you fail, you succeed, and you just get back up, dust your shoulders off, and keep on going. Because life is not about quitting. And those that quit, typically they just weren't up for the struggle in the beginning. So I'm very mindful also of who I surround myself with, what I listen to. And as I mentioned, every morning I get up, my conversation is with God first, thanking him for another day, number one, and just having the opportunity to be able to live life on my terms. And I'm still working to get to live life on my terms. And that's why I'm speaking about how to be a better you, how to invest in you, how to increase your net worth, and do the things that you enjoy, because I soon to be planning to just wake up every day, thank God, and be doing the things that I enjoy doing daily. And again, having my businesses work for me and have my money work for me. That's the life. So I'm Michelle, the Startup CEO. I hope and pray that this information has been helpful for you. If it has, why don't you go ahead and click that like button? Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the CEO family, and share it. Sharing is caring. And it's free to subscribe. It's free to be a part of the Startup CEO lifestyle family. So I'll see you next time, and I thank you for being here. Blessings and peace unto you. And may everything you touch may turn to gold. Talk to you later. Bye.